Hello YouTube, my name is Gauntlet, and welcome back to my World at War game series. We're about 2 hours away from day 27 ending. I am the most advanced nation, and I also have the most VPs. I am continuing to expand into Africa without much resistance because Angola has moved his troops behind our demarcation line. French Sudan has also moved his units out of Africa and is moving them to his eastern land. Mauritania is still providing resistance, but I've killed so many of his units that he has very little to resist me with now. So, my plan is to take the rest of North Africa and then push into Europe and Asia and retake all of this land. I also made a deal with French Sudan. I gave him back this big oil province in his cores, because he will have 100% production, whereas I would only have 25%. So he's agreed to give me half of the production from this province. One more thing is that so that he cannot build an army here and retake his cores. So yeah, things are looking good. I'm also transitioning my economy from a war economy back to an industrial economy. I'm barely building any units now. Instead, I'm focusing on buildings. And I'm also building up double oils I have in order to further increase my oil production. We are about 8 hours into day 29. I'm at the top of the VPs list. My invasion into Africa continues, and my invasion into Europe has just started. Mauritania is still offering me resistance, so I'm going to make sure I kill off all of the units I find that are his. I'm just going to do a quick shoot and scoot right here, and then get out of range of these planes and his artillery. Almost there. All too easy. I'm also still fighting some Angolan units because he hasn't pulled these back to the east. So, just gonna kill those. Looking south, Angola, although he's allowing me to take over all of northern Africa, he wouldn't let me push as far south as we had initially agreed. He wouldn't let me take this city, for example, or this city. And he's also put massive units on our border. So he's acting very suspiciously. I might decide to go down there and kick his butt a little bit before I decide to move to California or to other parts of the world, because I don't want Angola stabbing me in the back, especially since everything has gone so well so far. I don't want this all to be wasted because I wasn't careful with Angola. To give a morale boost to the massive amount of territory I had just taken. I will also do the same thing to Ecuador. I'm just going to declare a war on him right now. I'm going to do a little differently though. I'm not going to move into his land. Instead, I'm just going to take his capital, and then I'm not going to take any of his other land. And the reason why I'm going to do this is so that after I take his capital, his country should build another capital somewhere else in the country. And then I can repeat the process of getting that morale boost by taking over the capital again. And that is a little gamey, but when you're going for a solo victory on a world map, you need all the help you can get. So I'm going to be farming this capital of Ecuador. Of course, first I'm going to eliminate all of the military units he has. Everything else is looking good. My economy is being maxed out. I'm also building forts in my cores, not only to provide extra protection, but also to give them morale bonuses, so that as I move my capital to other parts of the world, like here, and try to boost the morale of these other areas, my cores do not suffer from morale drop as much. I'm not building very many units. I am just focusing on my economy and stockpiling resources and researching. Gonna get elite level interceptor. I might go for battleships and elite level battleships. Maybe elite level light tanks. And I think I'm done with infantry. I think this is the max infantry I want. And probably go for rocket level 4 and paratrooper level 3. And if I get really desperate, I'll go for nukes, but I don't think I'm going to need nukes. We are now about an hour and a half away from the end of day 29. I have consolidated my positions in Africa. There's still one big Mauritania stack left that I'm going to shoot and scoot to kill. And pull him back. I've made peace with French Sudan. I have his share map, but he does not have mine. I'm trying to get peace with Mauritania. I also have a ceasefire with Angola as part of our agreement. And I'm hoping that they all maintain their side of the deal so that I can focus on California. Because California has greatly built up his military. He has 292 units compared to my 385. I can definitely build more though. I have plenty of resources and my oil and food are so good that I could literally build another couple hundred units and still be very positive with these oil and food per hour numbers. Slowly whittling away at Ecuador. And yeah, still focusing on my economy. I'm also slowly moving units back to South America as I prepare for my final war against California. I also have share map with Borneo now. We've been talking, he's a good guy. I'm hoping he will help me get my solo win. But a big battle will be with California. And I'm messaging him. He would like to join a coalition with me so that we can all get the win, but I really want a solo win. And we're going to wait a little bit longer before we fight, but I want to fight pretty soon before California builds up his economy too much. So yeah, probably for the next week or so, I'm going to build up, and then I'll have my war with California to decide whether or not I'm going to get a solo win or just a coalition win on this map. That concludes this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, leave a like, and I will see you on the battlefield.